Chosen one, pause for a moment and let the noise around you drift into the background, because these words are no accident. You may sense a stirring in your soul, a gentle but persistent voice telling you that something is different, that a door you have long been knocking on is finally about to open. Hear me clearly. Your breakthrough is finally here, and you must claim it now. This is not the time to shrink back or to doubt. This is the moment you have been preparing for, the one that your spirit has quietly awaited through countless trials and sleepless nights. If you have ever felt the weight of life pressing against your chest, if you have ever longed for a day when you could breathe freely, unburdened by the fears and obstacles that once loomed so large, know that day is at hand. You stand on the threshold of the very future you once believed was out of reach. Before we journey any further, I ask you to take 3 simple yet potent actions. First, press the like button. That single click may appear small, but it symbolizes your agreement with what is unfolding here. A silent declaration that you are ready to embrace the breakthrough. Second, subscribe, ensuring that the flow of wisdom and encouragement continues to find its way into your life. Third, leave a comment with the number 777. This number resonates with divine perfection and the completion of old cycles, signifying to the universe and your own subconscious that you are willing to receive the blessing reserved for you. By typing 777, you mark this moment as sacred, aligning yourself with forces greater than you can see. Now, breathe in deeply. Think back on all the times you felt that victory was within sight, only for it to slip through your fingers at the last moment. Recall the nights you cried out in desperation, wondering if anyone heard your prayers, if anyone cared about your struggles. Perhaps you have stood at the edge of despair, questioning why others seemed to catch breaks while you got left behind, or if something within you was inherently flawed. Cast aside those doubts, the heartbreaks, the disappointments. They were not punishments. They were the forging fires that shaped your character into something unbreakable. You have been refined so that at the pivotal moment of your breakthrough, you would be truly prepared. That moment is right now. In the unseen realms, every experience you have ever had, both the joyous and the excruciating, has been woven into a plan specifically tailored for you. It may not always make sense from a human perspective. At times, it may have felt like your life was in free fall, but remember, seeds must break apart in the soil before they sprout into new life. In the same way, parts of you had to be broken to allow for growth. Your illusions, your limiting beliefs, your self-doubt, these needed to crumble so that the truth of who you really are could take root. The pain you endured was the soil being tilled, preparing for the day when your harvest would erupt into view, abundant and unstoppable. Chosen one, do you realize how close you came to giving up at certain points along this path? Do you remember the weight of that loneliness, how it threatened to smother the flickering hope inside you? And yet, here you stand, reading these words. That is not by chance. It is a living testament to your resilience, to the unstoppable force of a destiny that refused to let you go. There is a reason the trials you faced did not claim you, and that reason is simple. Your breakthrough was promised. The storms of life could not extinguish the flame of purpose within you, no matter how fiercely they raged. Now, some of you may feel that twinge of doubt rising. Is this real? Can my breakthrough be so near after all I've gone through? Doubt is the last line of defense your old mindset employs, trying to keep you locked in a cycle of lack and limitation. But ask yourself, why not you? Why can't you be the one who defies the odds, who breaks generational curses, who rises from the ashes stronger than anyone thought possible? If you can sense your heart quickening at the possibility, that's your inner knowing confirming this is not a dream or a fantasy. This is your moment to claim what has been on hold, to finally say, yes, I receive it. Consider the story of every great figure you admire. Each overcame seasons of deep darkness, periods where success seemed unattainable. That is not a coincidence. Adversity is the crucible that reveals greatness. The universe, or however you choose to name the higher power that orchestrates life, has a way of ensuring that only those who have been refined can truly appreciate and steward big blessings. You've been in that refining phase, but now the time for reward has come. If you turn away now, you'll never know how close you stood to the life you always longed for. That is a regret too heavy for any soul to bear. Breathe again and let the gravity of this sink in. This is not mere motivational talk. It is a spiritual and emotional reality waiting for your consent. By listening with your heart, you awaken the power that has lain dormant, overshadowed by your hardships. Feel the shift? That is you, rising into alignment with the blessing that has always existed in the spiritual dimension, waiting for you to grow strong enough to claim it. The question is no longer about whether it's for you, but whether you will be bold enough to take hold of it right now. How, you might wonder? How do I accept this breakthrough? It starts with faith, that unshakable conviction in the midst of contradictory evidence. Faith is not naive optimism. It is the raw fuel that moves mountains, even if logic says those mountains are immovable. Combine faith with action, with the daily steps you take towards your goals, your healing, your personal evolution, and watch the universe open new doors at just the right time. That synergy of faith and action is the secret sauce that turns a promise into a tangible outcome. Some of you have been wrestling with finances, feeling the burden of bills, debts, and missed opportunities. Others have struggled in relationships, longing for love or peace, only to meet heartbreak and conflict. Still others have battled with mental or physical health issues that drained your energy and overshadowed your dreams. Hear this clearly. Your story does not end there. Those issues may have shaped part of your journey, but they do not dictate your final destination. This is your official notice that the tide is turning. Money will flow more freely, healthy relationships will emerge, and your body and mind will experience a level of wholeness you never thought possible. You are stepping into a realm of abundance, financial, emotional, and spiritual. Claim it now, yet be mindful not to sabotage your own breakthrough by clinging to old narratives that say, "I'm not worthy," or "I don't have what it takes." Those are the illusions that your hardships tried to teach you, but they are lies. In truth, your entire being was designed to flourish. The universe didn't craft you in half measures. It poured purpose into every cell, every hope, every capacity for love and contribution. Your successes, your happiness, these are not bonuses. They are part of the blueprint. This breakthrough will be the external manifestation of what has already been stirring inside you for so long. Chosen one, let gratitude be your armor. As you step into this new era, fill your thoughts with thanks for what you have and what is on its way. Even if your reality hasn't fully caught up to your faith, gratitude magnetizes blessings. It signals to life that you are open, that you're not living from a place of scarcity, but of unwavering trust. Gratitude transforms fear into anticipation, stress into serenity, and longing into joyful expectancy. Start each day by thanking the source for your breakthrough as though it has already happened, because on a spiritual level, it has. Now, if you have not done so yet, remember to like, subscribe, and comment with the number 777. If your heart even slightly nudges you, act on it. By doing so, you're not just engaging with a piece of content, you're making a symbolic gesture of acceptance. You're telling the universe, "Count me in. I am ready for my breakthrough. I sign my name to this shift, and I refuse to let fear hold me back." That matters more than you know. Words and actions hold energy, and combined with the sincerity of your intent, they become unstoppable catalysts. You might wonder, what does this breakthrough look like? For some, it will be a sudden financial upswing, a job offer out of nowhere, a business idea that takes off, or a debt you never thought would be resolved suddenly dissolving. For others, it's relational, finding a soulmate, mending a fractured bond, or gathering the courage to walk away from toxicity into a space of genuine respect and love. Still, for others, the breakthrough is deeply personal. an emotional healing, a renewed zest for life, a mental clarity that sets you on a path of unstoppable creativity. The specifics vary, but the essence remains. You will experience relief, expansion, and the unmistakable sense that everything is finally clicking into place. Stay alert for signs that your breakthrough is unfolding. Often, the universe communicates in subtle winks. A synchronicity, an unexpected phone call, a random encounter that feels too perfect to be coincidence. As you open your eyes, you'll notice these signals multiply. Each one is like a stepping stone across a river, guiding you to the other side of your challenges. The cynic in you might dismiss them as happenstance, but the part of you that has dared to hope will recognize them as confirmation. Keep your mind and heart receptive, and you'll see how intricately life weaves your success story. However, do not fall into the trap of thinking you can just sit back and let everything happen on its own. The universe meets you halfway. You are being nudged to do your part, whether it's making that phone call, updating your resume, stepping into a new social circle, or starting that health regimen you've been procrastinating. Inspired action is the counterpart to faith. It's the movement that merges your internal readiness with the external stage. This synergy births your breakthrough in real time. One caution: as your breakthrough dawns, old insecurities may attempt one last stand. You might suddenly feel a surge of fear or catch yourself thinking, "Do I really deserve this?" Or "What if I fail again?" Recognize these as echoes from a past chapter. Take a deep breath and ground yourself. Remind your mind that you have evolved. You are not who you were when you first started facing these obstacles. You are stronger, wiser, and more aligned with truth. Indeed, the old fears can't survive in the new environment of self-awareness and faith you've cultivated. Press forward regardless of those jitters, and watch them dissolve as your manifestation materializes. Chosen one, you must also realize that with great blessings come great responsibilities. When you step into your breakthrough, you will find yourself with resources, be it financial, emotional, or social, that can transform not only your life but also the lives of others around you. Act with integrity and compassion. Use your elevated position to uplift, to mentor, and to serve. This is how you ensure the cycle of abundance continues, turning your breakthrough into a sustained reality that fosters good in the world. The universe doesn't just want you to thrive for your own sake, it also wants to work through you to create ripple effects of positivity. Envision the day you look back on this moment and marvel at how pivotal it was. Picture sharing your testimony, your story of how you felt battered by circumstances but refused to give up. How you listened to that inner voice telling you a breakthrough was imminent, and how you took the leap of faith that changed everything. Imagine the faces of those who hear your account, see your eyes brimming with light, and realize they too can break free from their prisons of doubt. This is not just about your personal gain, it's about lighting a torch that others can follow out of their own darkness. As you step more fully into this next phase, keep your heart open. Gratitude, empathy, and love are the building blocks of a life that continues to expand. Whenever you receive a new blessing, give thanks and pay it forward in some way. By maintaining a flow of giving and receiving, you cement your position in the current of abundance. Stagnation occurs only when we hoard or fear losing what we've gained. But when you operate from a place of gratitude and openness, the universe sees that you are a good steward of blessings and entrusts you with even more. Do not let complacency trick you into thinking you can revert to old ways once the first wave of success hits. Many have stumbled because they treated the initial breakthrough as a final destination rather than a launching pad. This new chapter is dynamic. It's a perpetual unfolding of possibilities. Keep your focus, nurture the dreams that have yet to blossom, and stay connected to the guiding forces that brought you this far. Let your soul remain receptive to fresh insights and directions, for growth is infinite when approached with humility and determination. Also, be prepared for some people in your life to react differently. Not everyone can handle seeing someone they know rise quickly, Some might project their insecurities onto you, doubting the authenticity of your shift or trying to pull you back to who you once were. Maintain compassion, but do not let them derail you. Sometimes we outgrow certain relationships or environments as we ascend. That's part of evolution. Cherish the good you shared, but walk away if necessary, trusting that new doors of friendship and support will open, aligning you with those who can celebrate your success. Take a moment now to close your eyes if you can and envision the outcome you most desire. Feel the emotion of already having it. Whether it's financial freedom, the love of your life, the healing of long-standing wounds, or the clarity of your true purpose, grasp it in your heart. Let a sense of relief, joy, and excitement wash over you, as though you've traveled forward in time and seen how it all turns out. That feeling is more than just daydreaming. It's the energetic signature that calls your breakthrough into your present reality. The universe doesn't respond merely to empty words. It resonates with the frequency of your emotional certainty. Now, gently open your eyes. Allow the feeling to linger. That is the energy you want to cultivate daily. Each time doubts whisper that your dreams are too big, recall that sensation of completion and know that what your mind calls too big is exactly the size of the miracle waiting for you. This is how you fight the illusions that say, "not yet," or "not me." You fight them by embodying the truth that your greatest aspirations are not only possible but already set aside for you, if only you'll claim them. Chosen one, I can almost see the excitement rising in your chest as these words sink in. Let that excitement propel you forward. Let it inform the choices you make, the people you associate with, and the goals you prioritize. This is your pivot point. You have come so far, endured so much, and learned more than you likely realize. Now is not the time to cower or second guess. It's time to march forward, with your head held high and your heart blazing with confidence. Remember that life is a journey of perpetual unfolding, and while this breakthrough marks a critical milestone, it is not the final chapter. But oh, how pivotal it is. Future versions of you will look back and see how everything changed here, how the narrative of your life took a grand, triumphant turn. If you ever feel overwhelmed by the magnitude of this shift, revisit that anchor of gratitude. Say, "Thank you for this moment, for this open door, for the life that's blossoming before my eyes." Gratitude keeps you centered and calm amid even the greatest blessings. Be sure to revisit the calls to action if you haven't already. Like, subscribe, and type 777 in the comments. These steps might seem outwardly simple, but internally they represent a vow you're making to yourself and to the cosmic powers that be. You're saying, "I am not merely a bystander, I am an active participant in claiming my breakthrough." Mark this day on your mental or physical calendar. Let it stand out as the moment your spirit declared war on every limitation that once told you no. Now that the illusions are exposed, there is no going back. Your destiny beckons. As you proceed, do not fear that your blessings might vanish. Divine blessings are not fragile. They do not evaporate the moment you exhale. They are anchored by your faith and sustained by your willingness to keep evolving. Each success, each positive change, fosters momentum for the next. If adversity arises again, and it will, you'll meet it with a different mindset than you had before. Instead of seeing a wall, you'll see a challenge to surpass, an opportunity to prove your growth. This unstoppable attitude is part of the gift that arrives with your breakthrough. You become future-proof, armed with the knowledge that no setback can truly derail you unless you let it. Also realize that your blossoming success does not diminish the success of others. The universe is infinitely abundant. There is no shortage of blessings, no reason to cling to them as if they might run out. Support others in their quests. Cheer them on as they find their breakthroughs. By doing so, you reinforce the energy of cooperation and love that ensures your blessings remain safe. Envy and competition are symptoms of fear, illusions suggesting there's not enough to go around. Lay those illusions to rest because your journey is singular, your reward specifically shaped for you. No one else can take it, and you cannot take anyone else's. This knowledge liberates you to celebrate others wholeheartedly. Chosen one, let these final words echo in your mind long after you leave this message. Your breakthrough is here. Not tomorrow, not next year, but right now. Any gap between your current life and the life you envision is an illusion of time that your faith and action can collapse. You can step into this new reality the instant you decide it is non-negotiable. That might mean rewriting your habits, your thought patterns, or your associations, but the payoff is immeasurable. A life lived in the fullness of your calling, unencumbered by fear and lack, stands at your doorstep. It's time. You've waited, you've prayed, you've persevered. There is nothing left but to say yes with your entire being. Claim it, anchor it into your consciousness, speak it with conviction. My breakthrough is here, and I receive it wholeheartedly. Let that affirmation be the background chorus of your daily actions, fueling each step you take. And when the evidence of your breakthrough arrives, and it will, stand in awe of how meticulously your life has been guided all along. Chosen one, may every breath you take from this day onward serve as a reminder that you are no longer bound by the old. You are free, you are victorious, and your life is unfolding in ways more beautiful than you dared to dream. Take this truth, hold it close, and let it transform your entire existence.